on our social media platforms on Facebook, www.facebook.com/salammedia. Catch us on www.salammedia.com. WhatsApp line 061 766 We're excited to hear from you. Now, as we punted before our break, we have DIY extraordinaire Ndivhuwo Dlamini, who is a property business consultant. She holds a BCom in accounting and honors as well as an MBA. Now, she is absolutely awesome when it comes to DIY, and we're so excited to have her on our hit list today. Welcome to the show, Ndivhuwo.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I know you're
Very
busy
well.
making stuff, so thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Let's start with you. Tell us a bit about Ndivhuwo.
Well, I'm a very simple person, if I can call it that. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter to, and also a sibling as well. And I'm a good friend also, if I can assume I'm a good friend to my friends. So I'm just a normal, ordinary person who loves simple things in life. And I love going out. I love just normal, simple things in life. So that's how easy I am as a person.
And what piqued your interest in doing DIY? I mean, we all just want to go to the store and buy what we want, but you're doing it all on your own. So, what piqued your interest in this?
You know, it wasn't like a specific event, one specific event. It was a build-up of many different things. So we moved in a different space. It was during COVID, and the economic, the world economy was not the best, and buying things was very expensive at the time. So the best thing for me to do was just to actually start to make furniture because financially, we couldn't afford, and the economy was not the best at the time. So that's why I started making different pieces and amazing furniture, if I can call it that. That's how I started.
So, you did say your furniture is amazing, and I can attest to that. I have seen those images, and they are so
Yeah.
beautiful. You wouldn't think that, we know we see this furniture, we see things everywhere, but the reality of the people behind it, it doesn't come into play until we actually see these things.
That's
Your stuff is absolutely beautiful.
thank
Um,
you.
so you are quite prominent on social media. Tell us about that.
So, I've actually realized that social media is where it's happening, especially if you want to build a brand or you want to build a certain platform. So you need to actually jump on the board of social media. So there's many different platforms. There's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. And also, I've also jumped on board on TikTok where it's happening. So I always, with all my social media platforms, what I do is just to make sure that I educate because what I've noticed is that it's actually a different market. Instagram people are not the same as Facebook market. So it's a different reach. You're reaching many different people as well. So that's why I started to document all my journeys through the many different platforms on social media. So it's
And
actually
how
perfect for starting a business. So it's actually amazing if you want to be recognized and also brand awareness as well. Yeah.
Yes, it's actually very good for that. And also, if you look at it,
Yeah.
you started this because of wanting to save money as well. So social media marketing is there, and you're saving money with your marketing as well. As opposed to paying so much money for advertising in different, mainstream media. Using social media, absolutely beautiful. You are on YouTube, you are on TikTok, on Instagram. You're like literally everywhere. So how do you keep up with constantly creating content? How do you keep up with that?
It's not the easiest, to be honest. In all honesty, it's not the easiest to keep up. Feeding the audience, if I can call it that. So what I normally do is create a content and make sure that for the whole month I'm sorted for that month. So especially when you're working full time, it's very difficult to be able to juggle the two and create content while you need to have a 9 to 5 job. So that's the way it's very complicated. Yeah. So I'm still trying to get my hang around it, but eventually we'll have a proper system that works. So yeah.
It does take time, especially when it comes to building a brand. It's not something that happens overnight. And when it comes to social media, you have to constantly be on the ball, because the moment you stop creating content, you stop getting out there, you start seeing your followers start dwindling again, and you work so hard to get them to that point.
Yeah.
You did speak about having to juggle that and a 9 to 5. So, what does a day look like in the life of Ndivhuwo?
Well, well, I work full time. I have multiple projects that I'm currently working on. So my time is mainly, irrespective. I'm a mom at first. That's one of the most important things. So a day in my life, Monday to Friday, is hectic, but my weekends are beautiful and I can be able to rest as well. So a day in my life, there's nothing hectic, to be honest. It's just normal waking up, and I work from home, so it makes life easier, so you don't have to travel to many different destinations. So there's nothing interesting. I'm not gonna say I go to the mall and do shopping, because I haven't done that in a while. So it's just normal routine work, and then that's all that I mainly do. So there's nothing hectic, which is extraordinary. So it's just normal day to day things.
So what is your 9 to 5 that you do?
So my 9 to 5, I'm a business property consultant. So what I do is that I manage people's properties and also different portfolios as well. And so I'm also have an accounting background, so that also helps. So that's what I do full time. Yeah. So that
So
that alone demands a whole lot of my time.
yeah,
So yeah, it demands a whole
I
lot of
can
my.
imagine. So what does a property business consultant do?
So basically, you manage people's portfolios. Let's say, for example, you have a group of property that you have. So I manage that sort of portfolio for you on your behalf. So we handle your tenancy, if you have tenancy. We handle all your budgeting and every future plans that you may be having. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And how do you maintain a work-life balance then? Because, during the week now you have to work, and then you come home, you need to be a mother, you come weekends, and then you need to go and sort out, your content creation and all of these things. How do you maintain this balance?
you know I don't want to say I'm already having it balanced, so I'm still
Mhm.
trying to figure everything as we go. The past 2 years have just disrupted, I don't want to say disrupted, but they've just put a bit of a shift around my schedule and also the people around me as well. So I try as much as I can to be able to to fit in spirituality, to fit in my own personal time as well. So we don't fit in spirituality, it has to be part of us, but you need to be able to be an all-rounded person altogether. So I'm still trying to figure that perfect balance.
Aren't we all? It's something that is so difficult to maintain. By the time we find that balance, we're already
Yeah,
at retirement. So
I
it just
know,
works that way.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
it's interesting that you're into property.
Yeah.
Um, have some tips on purchasing at the right time. What tips would you give on purchasing at the right time?
you know Purchasing property is a very difficult decision that one has to partake on. There's never a right time. I know this is going to sound controversial. There's never a right time or a good time to buy, but always make sure that whatever, let's say for example you bought a property, make sure that the area is good, make sure that the value of the property that you're investing in is worth the property itself, and also the surrounding areas. Also consider the after um, what do you call them, after maintenance cost. For example, your transport duties, and also day-to-day maintenance of the property. Will you be able to maintain the property to its standards? So there's many different things that you need to consider before actually purchasing a property. I always advise that prepare your credit history for the whole 12 months, and make sure that you're paying your debts in time. You're a good paying citizen, if I can call it that. Your SARS is in order. Make sure that everything is spot on. So it's not a one day overnight thing. I want to buy a property. It's all build up of many different events that you need to also take note of. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That advice is absolutely needed. I think, especially when it comes to purchasing property, we all just think you come in there, as long as you have a proper credit score, you can go to the bank and just get it. They forget that there's so many background costs that comes with that, your transfer costs, all of these things. So it's so awesome having people like you who can handle such portfolios, take all of that burden off our shoulders.
Yeah.
So, and the moment we're just going to take a quick short ad break. And when we come back, we will continue with you.
Thank you.
Humanity sets the agenda.
Online schooling? Why not? Kurtuba Online Academy is the leading global online Islamic school from grade R to matric, offering South African caps and international syllabus. And it doesn't stop there. We also offer online madrasa for every grade. For more information, visit www.kurtubaonline.co.za. Kurtuba Online Academy, the leading global online Islamic school.
Decades of war, devastating drought, and economic collapse have pushed the Afghan people to the edge of survival. 24 million need life-saving aid, and 5 million children are knocking on famine's door. The world cannot just watch as this terrible crisis unfolds. With your support, the Al-Imdad Foundation is delivering emergency relief to the Afghan people. Donate online at alimdad.com or 0861 786 243 for more information.
With so many investment options today, it's only natural that you might feel a little confused which route to take. Should I buy shares or should I invest in gold bullion? Randery Jewelers now brings you the Zahab coin, an alternative to the Kruger Rand. The Zahab coin, a solid wealth protector in its purest form of 24-karat gold, is the safest way to protect your wealth. So don't just sit there and watch your paper money depreciate. Change to gold. Call Randery Jewelers now at 031 202 4701 or visit www.rjcoin.co.za, situated at 151 Essenwood Road, Musgrave, Durban. Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Over 33 million people have been affected by the devastating floods in Pakistan. Homes have been destroyed, crops have been swept away, and roads have been damaged. Families are mourning their loved ones while trying to survive these horrific conditions. Penny Appeal is on the ground now, delivering food, shelter, medical supplies, and water to those in need. You can help save a life by donating today. Visit our website www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573. Penny Appeal South Africa. Small change, big difference.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
The time has just hit 11:47, and you're tuned into the Mid-Morning Talk with me, Fazila Isaac. We have with us Ndivhuwo Dlamini, who is a master at DIY. So before we continue, we did source one of the videos that short that you were showing us what you are made of. Let's check that out.
Keep showing up. If no one invests in you, invest in yourself. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Even if you don't see the results right away, keep showing up until you do see the results. Even if you don't see the results for a very, very long time, keep showing up. What if the results don't come? They're not going to come if you quit. Keep showing up. I'm tired. Keep showing up. I don't feel like it. Keep showing up. I can't see any results. Keep showing up. I don't know where to start. Just start. Do something. Take that first step. Every step you take adds up. And sooner or later,
Looking at that, you make it look so easy. You really, really make it look so easy. That was beautiful. And we saw the end product was one of the benches that you had made as well. Absolutely beautiful. But tell me realistically now, a girl like me, how easy is it to actually make these products?
To be honest with you, it is easy and it's actually possible. And people make it very complicated, especially when you see like a project. They make it so complicated, and it's not complicated. And with all my videos and all my documentation in terms of online projects, I always make sure that a beginner will be able to make it. It is easy. You just need to start. I sound like a broken record when I'm saying this, but we just need to start. Every project that I make it in such a way that every person who's starting out will be able to do it. If I can do it, and the first time I held a drill was in 2021. That was actually the first time me holding a drill. I used to be very scared of a drill, but I actually picked up the drill for the first time. So it means that every single person is able to do it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just basic, quite basics, eh? Yeah.
Yes, yes. And you speak a lot about, starting from where you are. I'm also a firm believer in that. And start with what you have.
Yeah.
Why would you want, the thing is, we're always waiting and waiting. Yeah, we're waiting for this, we're waiting for that, and you never get to start, unfortunately. So I love the fact that that is your greatest advice. Start, start, start. What is the main tools that I should have in order for me to start?
The basic tools that I always recommend people to buy is the basic that you need at home so that you're able to take care of your home maintenance. Whether you're renting, whether you have a home with yourself. So if you have a set of screwdrivers, so you need that. That's important. We need a tape measure. You can get yourself a drill, whether it's cordless or corded. You can get yourself a sanding paper or a sander if you can afford the sander. Or the other thing that you need to just get basics like your speed square, get glue, and you'll be good to go. Those are like the entry level tools that you need. And also get a spirit level as well. If you're going to be working with something, you need to make sure that is straight. But those are the basic things that you need. Yeah.
All these words you've just mentioned just went way over my. I'm like, she knows her story, eh? So, along with all of these things, along with working, along with being, a social media phenomenon and knowing your story, there has to be a lot of challenges. Tell us about some of the challenges you've had to overcome.
Life is difficult altogether. We just need to persevere and need to be persistent and push. Some things in life need you to just push and do it with enough zeal in order to overcome. So, also in the business sense, DIY, because it's made to be a man's world, it's very difficult to present yourself as Ndivhuwo, who is female, and be able to say, this is what I'm capable of without people judging your gender. So that's one of the most difficult challenges that I had to overcome, especially in the line of work that I'm in. It's a men's world, and also now I'm doing DIY, holding power tools and all of that. It's also regarded as a men's world. So that's something that, I thought maybe we'll be over that by now because of the times evolving, but we're still in the same spot where women are not, regarded as being capable of working with hectic power tools. So which we are trying to change for this time. Yeah.
And that's what makes me so excited about seeing, videos of you and actually knowing that we have someone of our own actually taking over some of these industries that us women are so afraid of actually entering into. And like you said, if somebody comes in and you come there, you have a client and the client wants a certain thing and you come in as Ndivhuwo saying, okay, I'm going to hold this power tool. It's like, but you are female. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. So how are you able to overcome something like that? How do we get over such an obstacle?
I'm gonna be general when it comes to this. You just need to believe in your craft. The clip that you just played. Believe in what exactly you're doing. Whatever activity that you do, even if you're in engineering and you don't feel confident, you need to be confident and believe with exactly what you're doing. Because if you don't believe internally, the next person will not be able to believe it. So if I'm as Ndivhuwo believe that I'm capable to do DIY, I'm able to do this project. So it means that I will be able to be confident, and the next person will see that this person knows what they're talking about and they believe in their craft. Yeah.
100%. And if I want, so it's not so easy to just believe in ourselves. Some of us we lack the
Oh,
confidence.
mm,
You wake up in the morning, you say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then you don't do it because like it's a little bit tough, or maybe
yeah.
I'm gonna try and get clients, I'm gonna make this for them and make that for them. So what is something that's the simplest that we can start with, a DIY project, just a simple DIY project that you should be starting with, and then you can learn to upskill from there. What do you think that should be?
The best advice that I can give you if you want to start a DIY project, start by repainting something old. That's like the
Mm,
first thing that you can do. The moment you start repainting and then you see the before and after, you'll be more confident to do something else. So
mm,
once you start with that, you'll be able to do something greater because you're gonna start off with repainting old furniture, and then once you do that, you'll be more confident and you'll be going back to the next step and repeat. And that's how there's a cycle. It's practice, practice, practice.
mm.
That's how it is. That's
Yeah,
how it
and
is.
I mean, if you're going to see, I think also once you see that finished product, once you're done painting that and you say, hey, I'm good, I've done this, you'll want to try something more. How did you learn how to master these skills?
I did a lot of research prior to me starting. And then what I came across was like most of the videos that I was watching were advanced. And I was like, no,
Mm,
I also can't do the advanced videos. Let me create something that will be simple for a normal person to try out. That's my angle of how I wanted to have things done. So I consume a lot of data, of
mm,
Pinterest, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos to get more information about how to use a specific tool. That's how I
mm,
started. So
mm.
it's more about practice, 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 and not giving up. Like giving up is not an option. Eh? It's not. It's not an option.
Especially if you're going and you are spending money to buy all of these tools, and you're going and you're buying, the material to make these things. You already took the first step, which was to
That's
start.
true.
Why give up
That's
now?
that's
It,
true.
it
I
takes a
know.
lot.
Yeah.
What does the future look like for you?
If I can blow my own horn, the future is bright.
Ah,
Let me
blow away,
to blow
blow away.
the future is bright, and I'm a believer that all things are possible to those who believe. So it's one of those things that it's gonna be a great journey ahead, and I want people to join in and partake in the journey because we're still going far. We're still gonna make amazing things, and so many great projects coming up ahead. And just stay tuned. Just stay tuned.
And
And
and do
I
you
want to
teach?
say, I want to be a testimony. Hey, if I want to be a testimony to someone's life, that's how that I want. Or let me be a testimony and be that inspiration to mothers, to fathers, to young ones that I've seen people do it. I also can. I'll be able to do it as well.
I
Yeah.
think you are there. You are very close to that goal being met because you certainly are an inspiration. Do you teach? Do you teach
Yes, I do.
these skills?
Yes, I do impact skills as well, but on a limited scale because I'm one person
Mm,
currently. So I do
mm.
teach people how to do work with power tools and make their own projects as well. But it's now currently on a smaller scale. Yeah.
Okay, and how can someone get into contact with you should
So
they want this?
so on all my social media platforms, I always have my
Mm,
email address, and you can
mhm.
always send me a direct message on the different platforms and say hi, and I want to do this, and then I'll be able to give you all the information that you need. Yeah.
And your social media platforms is Remedial DIY, yes?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. That's
Okay, fantastic. Ndivhuwo, it was such a pleasure speaking to you. You are such an inspiration. We loved having you on our show today. I just wish you all of the best, and may your businesses grow from strength to strength and continue inspiring us. Thank you so much for taking the time
so
today.
much. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good week further. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
That was the phenomenal Ndivhuwo Dlamini. Absolute beautiful personality powerhouse, and she's really doing it for the ladies out there. So don't forget to go onto her socials. You can check her out on YouTube, TikTok. She's everywhere. Instagram, it's Remedial DIY. Girls taking over the world, mashallah. So we're just going to take a quick short break, and when we come back, we're going to be speaking to Zakia Hussein from the Islamic Care Line. Stay tuned.